Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be the third installation of my series, Men Are Not Our Friends, What Is His Purpose for You, Lust or Labor? Now, I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, and I'm probably going to do a fourth installment as well with a little bit more of a different topic. But on this video today, I want to talk about how friendship, not just with men, but women too sometimes, is used as a Trojan horse to infiltrate your life and get information on your lifestyle, your mindset, the way you operate, your daily routines, as a way to blackmail you later, or even try to destiny swap with you, or just at the very little keep tabs on you, because some people really are just monitoring spirits. Um, and you definitely have to look out for these things. Now, I'm not saying don't trust anyone and don't have any friends, but just know why someone's in your life. Why someone's in your life will always give you a peace of mind, because you'll know, okay, whether this is an acquaintance, old classmate, a long-term friend, an old neighbor, whatever, you know that this person is in your life because of, maybe interest that you guys have, maybe you're like-minded in certain ways, and you know this person isn't just there just to be there. Like, just, if you ever get like an off-putting feeling from someone and you feel like they're always there, and even though they're like polite and they want to be helpful, it just feels off. That's how you know that there's something up, especially if no one else makes you feel that way, just this person. That's how you know when someone's probably in your life for alternative reasons. So I'm going to show you guys some different clips that I found and give you my personal opinion on how to avoid these type of friendships, whether it be women that are like jealous of you or men too. A lot of people think that it's mostly women that are jealous, and I honestly think it's mostly men. Men have this weird thing where they're attracted to you, but they also want to like humble you. And I talked about this in the other installations of the video, so I'm not going to like do anything repetitive in this one, but I really just want to break down the Trojan horse effect, where men will use friendship as a way to consume your energy without having to invest in anything into you, because you're technically friends, and they will use you as social currency if you are a beautiful woman to get other women. So sit back and enjoy.
Men wanting to be friends is usually because they don't want to pay for stuff. Okay. So that's reason number one. Because if you're friends, you'll split it. Number two, you give him social capital. So even be seen around a woman makes them look good. One time, a client, this was me being, I don't want to say dumb, but yeah. And he said, let's go. There's like some fancy, cool place, Asian inspired place in LA, right there in Hollywood. I forget the name. I think there's one in Vegas too. But at least, I got to eat whatever I wanted. And I had one glass of alcohol. And then he's like, oh, let's go meet my friend, the bartender. And we go over there. And I was like, oh gosh. And she was not interested in him. But what he was doing is I was his social proof. He's trying to flirt with the bartender who she was so not interested. It was embarrassing. But he's like, well, if Observations thinks I'm cool, or he's trying to make it look like we're on a date to triangulate. That's a favorite move of theirs. Okay, what's the third thing? Another time a guy told me, because I knew all the hot yoga chicks, we should be friends. And then I took him up with the hot yoga chicks. Another guy told me that. Did I make my point? Okay, yeah, so friends with men, not for me. Good luck to those of you who feel the need to explore that. Okay, hi. This is Copenhagen. Also, I think that men approach women strategically, and that helps not forming an attachment, since the point of connecting with a woman is to extract benefits. Exactly. So if you were to go on your next 3 dates, and in your head, you're thinking, I want this man to pay $40,000 for 1 year of school. Okay, that's how much a year of school of university is in the United States of America. It's actually higher sometimes or lower, but let's go with that number. Now, when you sit down on that date, you are now going to be scanning for the information to extract the benefit you need. Okay? So what are men doing? Why do they ask us all the same questions? Because they are scanning to evaluate whether or not and how quickly they can get what they want from us. So notice how a lot of you are like, why are they asking the same questions? Why are they asking me if I live alone? because they want schmucks. And if they've got a wife or live-in girlfriend or live with their parents, they need to make sure you live alone. Okay? If they ask you why do you think you're still single? They need to have an understanding of how low your self-esteem is to see how quickly they can extract a benefit from you. So that's why Shira 7, some of her best advice is to go in knowing tangibly, maybe for some of you, you just want to find a guy who's going to pay for your nails, which actually is quite expensive in the United States. But a lot of times when they're asking the questions from the clown playbook, why are you still single? Okay? Do you live alone? What do you do for work? Those are really them just scanning to figure out how they can get what they want from you. So that's why you should release yourself from any shame of wanting to get anything from them. But the reason this is scary, if you decide, hey, I want, and if you're really young, if you're still in high school or college where all the men are broke, then this means you might not date. And for some of you, that just feels really disappointing. But I also think a conversation to be at a different time is that courtship and dating, traditionally, it was for the upper classes. And I know that kind of sucks to hear if you don't come from those kind of resources, but it can also really help you to play the long game, to do chess, not checkers. This is so legitimate. She asked, what if I don't believe in the bull, sugar, but I'm schmorny? Because I don't know if I'm in trouble for that word. This is so legitimate. And I got to remind you, though, most men are really bad at it. They don't preheat the oven. They're not generous. And the thing that also sucks, this is why casual doesn't work, is they only care about being good and giving you pleasure in the bedroom if they've invested in you, like, money-wise. Okay? So, or if they're broke and they need a place to stay, or, you know, they're acting literally like schmex workers because, you know they have to attach you in that way so that they'll get you to pay for stuff. So whenever I'm tempted to unblock a man, I remember that part of his revenge could be being awful. Like they know. Okay, so I'm sorry. It's a hard fact of life. I don't have a great answer, but just remember they're not ashamed about being bad at it. And sometimes they're bad at it on purpose. And then they make promises about how it'll get better. And then you're like, you might believe them. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm talking too much. Bye.
So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed those clips, but I just wanted to go ahead and give my 2 cents that this is 100% facts. Growing up, I was more like into niche things. So, my friend groups consisted of male and female. So, it really did take me a long time to understand, like, that there are no exceptions. Because I definitely felt like, okay, well, he's not like other guys. Like I'm not like other girls. I definitely feel like, oh, like, he's not like other guys. Like, he's like a nice guy, like, he's nerdy, like me, da 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 da. Like, no, like, if anything, the nerdy ones are worse. Like, I've always said, guys always wonder, which is usually the guys that are in the friend zone, hint, hint. Guys always wonder why would girls go for the bad guy, not the quote unquote nice guy. Well, at least I know what I'm getting. With Chad, I know he's like a dickwad because his parents didn't love him. But at least I know, alright, this is what he got going on. This is what I can mess with. But the quote unquote nice guys, it's always some weird shit. And ladies, have you ever like been friends with a guy? And I mean genuinely friends. Like there was never any type of anything. And as soon as he gets a girlfriend, he doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Like that's literally happened to me. Like with a long-term childhood friend. And I'm not going to play dumb like I didn't know he was interested in me, but we never like crossed any lines. There was no leading on or anything like that. And if he ever did say something that I felt like, all right, that's kind of odd, I definitely call it out. So yeah, and some of these guys like they will definitely use it as a Trojan horse just to get access to you. Sometimes it's really not like the worst thing in the world. They really do like you, but they feel like they're not good enough for you, so they'll just take being your friend because you're a cool person. But once they find a woman they're interested in, they'll move on. But sometimes it's a little bit more vicious. And this person was actually never a friend to you. They mirrored everything that you like just to get into your inner circle. And they're just like a spy. They're a spy with no agency. Like they're just there to see what you have going on. And I know some men who are like more in tune with their feminine and they're just more like the type of guys that have like a lot of female friends. These are always like, like I don't know if you guys ever met this type of archetype of guy who is like in tune with his feelings enough to have female friends, but you can tell like nah, like you a double agent, like ain't no way, like I think some guys really are sweet and they haven't been like torn down by the world, and they still have some like boyish qualities about them where they haven't become. Like I'm a Batman fan, and there's a quote in The Dark Knight: "You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain." And there are some guys who are still in tune with their boyish behavior and have great relationships with women in their life, and who really genuinely can be friends with you. They just know after a certain hour it's time to leave because they don't want to cross that line with you. So I'm not talking about like the nice guys. I'm talking about the guys that come off like cool. Like they come off like you can just be cool with them the whole time, like they're pranksters. Now this is just my little this is like off the record. So if you're not into like conspiracy, just ignore this part. But I feel like some of these men, it's not that they're jealous of you because you're beautiful. It's because they want to be a woman. These are the type of men that want to have a birthday party every year, always flexing clothes. Like you're 35, no one cares what your outfit looks like. Like these are the type of dudes that can't really help the fact that they're bisexual. And you would think he being mean to you because he wants to humble you because he's into you. The whole time he wanted to be transgender. And I've definitely had this conversation with a guy. I told him, I was like, look, you cool for real, but you too cool. You cool like a homegirl. And every time I go to your social media, you talking shit about women. And he'll tell me like, oh no, like you're a smart girl, like you're different, like you're not like other girls. When I say that, I'm not talking about you. But like, I ain't no dummy. And I know there's a certain type of woman that men like to shit on, sex workers, single mothers and stuff like that. But I just remember thinking, what a waste of a man. What a waste of a penis. You should donate your dick to the closest transgender man. And I told him that. I'm like, you don't want to be a man. If you have to get online every day and say women are gold diggers because you have to take them on a date when you know you have money, you just don't like women, chances are you're gay, buddy. When you want to humble a girl at the club, it's because you want to be the bad bitch. So some of these guys, they will be friends with you because they want to be you. These are the men that take longer to get ready when you are going out. Like, I'm telling you right now, like, I've definitely seen this in my personal life. Some of these guys, it's not that they want to fuck you. It's not that they're into you. It's not that they're attracted to you. They want to be you, like, on some weird shit. I think there's a word for it. I believe it's called pussy envy. When it's not that they're gay sometimes. They see the way the feminine energy moves and they want the benefits of being feminine whilst having the achievements of being masculine. These are the type of niggas that's like, I don't know. You would have to, if you've seen this type of guy, let me know in the comments. But I've definitely noticed men like that where it's like they become friends with women because they want, the sisterhood and because, most women, we come together, we gossip, we share information, we share tips and stuff, and they want the benefits of that. Or we share spiritual things to help each other get through hard times. We share business practices to help ourselves get through, financial things. And I know men who are friends with lots of women. And let's say if I was to date a guy that was friends with lots of women, these are the type of women where when you really look at the friendships, it's not even really friendship. Like, they're low-key worker bees, and they all have their own little job. So I definitely notice men like this. They will use women as social currency. They will be jealous of women and have pussy envy and want to like swap lives with you and little weird shit like that. So you gotta be on the lookout for that. Whole time you would think a nigga is mean to you because on some, you know how niggas be on some narcissist shit. Whole time he wanna be you. Whole time he Caitlyn Jenner and he tries on your clothes when you leave. See, this is why, and I know on TikTok the girls are talking about 304 TikTok and stuff. I find it funny when it's like the same people like to shit on is the same people go to for information, and everybody's coming out with the Diddy stuff and the Diddy parties when sex workers have been saying for years what these people do. Transgender streetwalkers have been saying for years what these people do. But all of a sudden, when the shade room says it, all of a sudden now you want to believe it. So when people are telling you something, you don't gotta listen blindly, but take it with a grain of salt, especially if that's something that they do. So I'm telling you right now, these niggas will be jealous of you and they will try on your clothes, like on some weird shit. Like, and then I know you see like social media where the black male comedians will dress up like like women, but really they're like, it's like an insult to women. And I'm not talking about transgender. I'm talking about straight black men dressing up as women as like a humiliation ritual to themselves and black women. And there's something there. That's not always Illuminati, y'all. Sometimes niggas is just weird and they really want to humble you, you know? So I just want you guys to be on the lookout for this. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know in the comments and have a beautiful day.